In this video, we will be looking at branding for your online business. So what is a brand? Broadly speaking, a brand is a name for your business. It's also a visual identity of business. Speaking more broadly, it is the entire customer experience. So that's the customer experience when people go and visit your eBay shop or your Amazon shop, or if they interact with you on social media, and also the experience they get when they receive a product from you in the post. Down here you can see some brands that I've developed. This is Hello Baby, which is the brand under which I sell preschool products. Obviously that brand has something about what we're selling in it, baby and newness. Perfect Pets is my pet store. Again, this brand immediately tells people something about what is being sold and also has a kind of aspirational nature that pets are perfect. So why do you need a brand? Many marketplace sellers sell under a generic name. They prefer this because it enables them to sell a wide range of products under the same ID. However, it is worth investing in a brand. A brand will help customers to identify your business and it will encourage customer loyalty. Here are some facts about brands. 60% of shoppers actively buy from brands they know. 21% purchase products because they like the brand. A brand can also be a unifying factor across different channels. So if you're selling on eBay and Amazon on your own website, it can be a factor that brings all these different channels together under one umbrella. So let's look at an example of two different brands on eBay. The first one is a generic brand, 247 Shop. As you can tell, they haven't spent a lot of time or money on their logo. They also sell a great range of different products, everything from books to electronics to DIY. We click on a listing. They just have a plain text listing which doesn't really bring out the features of the product. Now if we look at a different site, this is the Hello Baby Direct eBay store, which is one of my stores. You can see that we have a bespoke banner. We also have our logo here on the left. It sells really only one type of product, so it's the kind of place that people can go back to if they want to try and find more of the same kind of product. If we click on a listing, you can see we've spent time to create a branded experience in the eBay description. So the first store we saw is not the kind of place that people would return back to find particular types of products. Not very memorable. This one I'd like to think is a much more memorable experience which people would come back to if they were looking to buy the same kind of product again. So some things to think about when developing your brand. If your brand does not connect with your audience, then it will not help you achieve your goals. Good branding means increased awareness, recognition, trust, and ultimately more sales. So when you're developing your brand, you need to ask yourself who your target audience is, what products are you selling, what is your product niche, and what makes you unique. And you should try and reflect that in your brand. Some tips for choosing your brand. Make sure that your brand is distinctive. If it is the same as lots of other brands, it is going to be very hard to find. Think of some different alternatives for your brand and then do a Google search and see what turns up. If you cannot find many results for your brand, then that's a good thing. But if hundreds of very similar results turns up, you should go back to the drawing board. Make sure it is easy to spell and to say. If you have a brand that people find difficult to remember or difficult to write down when they're told it, that is not going to help with your word of mouth sales. Make sure that your brand is available across multiple channels. So do a search for a URL and a search for the eBay ID and the Amazon ID and whatever channels you want to sell on. Try and choose something which has a broad range of availability. Do not fall into the trap of choosing a brand which is similar to popular sellers. It'll just be confusing and people will go to the popular sellers instead of you. Including keywords in your brand names will improve your SEO. This is for two reasons. Firstly, it'll associate your brand with keywords related to the products that you're selling. Secondly, when people write a URL, that URL will have your keywords in the anchor text and therefore will increase the search engine's perception of your site's relevance to those key terms. Keywords in the brand name will also help customers understand your product range. So if we think back to my examples earlier, I had Perfect Pets, which was pet products, and Hello Baby, which was baby products. Here are some examples of brands which I think are good and bad. Hello Baby, it's short, it's to the point, it has the word baby in it, so it immediately tells customers what the kind of products are, and it'll help with search engine optimization because if people are linking using the phrase Hello Baby to the website, it'll push up the search results for baby. Similarly with Perfect Pets, it is a pet store and it has the word pet in the title. Similarly for Elite Home Fitness, Cycle Warehouse, they're easy to say and they tell the customer something about what is being sold. Now moving on to the ones I think are not so good. Enfant terrible. It sounds cool, but it's hard to say and hard to remember. Perfect pets. Hard to say, and also, how do you spell it? Is it perfect pets? Is it perfect pets? As in perfect pets? Or has it got 1 R or 2 R's? It could easily be got wrong. Finally, auctioning for you. Is it a number 4? Is it the word for? Is the U, is that YOU or U? Very easy to get wrong. And every time someone types in the wrong URL or the wrong eBay ID and they find someone else instead of you, it's a lost sale. When developing your visual identity, it is always best to employ a professional designer. This need not be expensive, and there are sites such as Upwork, Fiverr and People Per Hour in the UK where design work can be found very inexpensively. You can get a logo for as little as £50 or dollars. So finally, is an example I've used for creating a brand across multiple channels. See, the website we couldn't get the word Hello Baby, so it had to be Hello Baby Direct. So we checked to see that Hello Baby Direct was available on multiple channels. So we've got Hello Baby Direct on eBay, Hello Baby Direct on Facebook and on Twitter, and wasn't available on Pinterest, but we also got Hello Baby on Amazon. So we've taken our brand and we've created it across multiple channels and used the same logo on multiple channels to have a consistent brand across the web. So in summary, when developing a brand for your business, take time to develop a compelling brand. Think about your target audience and create a brand which is going to appeal to them. Keep it simple. Don't use a brand which is difficult to say or is in a foreign language or uses numbers that people aren't going to be able to just tell each other. I'd recommend employing a professional designer to do any design work. It is relatively inexpensive and can make a big impression when customers come to your site or your marketplace profile. And finally, use your brand across your marketing channels and your social media to have a unified appearance across the web.